Hi everyone. In this video, I will continue to make demonstrations for QGIS training manual with multiple modules for the QGIS beginner. Based on the previous video's tutorial, this video will be focused on classifying vector data from the third module in the QGIS training manual. So I will firstly open attribute table for the vector data. So after selecting this protected area, you can select this icon, open attribute table, or right click this open attribute table. So if you can open this attribute table, you can find these row and these columns. So we can call this row as a record, and these are associated with a feature in the canvas map. And also this column we can call as a field or attribute. So you can find many fields for this the feature, this record for the feature in the canvas map. Okay. So in this attribute table, if you select this one and you need to check this map canvas, you can select this one. This feature is activated. How about another one? If you select the second row, and then you can find this second row is activated. Okay. So in here, you can select the wanted feature on the map canvas, and also you can deselect with this icon for this feature. Deselect features from all layers. So if you can click this one, you can find these features are deselected. Also, you can directly select with this icon, select features by area or single click. So if you click this one, and you can also need to select this wanted vector data. After that, you can select freely with this one. If I select this one and find the attribute table, the second row is selected with the activation. Okay, and also if we want to select these two features, you can press the shift button and select this one. So we can select the first feature layers on here. So I will deselect this one. So you can find all these row is deselected. Okay, and also sometimes if in this video I just show you only two feature based vector data, but if you have many the features on this map canvas, you need to find with this kind of functions. If you can click this second row with the right click, and then you need to plus feature to click. So you can find these selected features are giving the flash. Okay, so if I select this one and just flash feature, so the same as. So this function would be useful for with many features on this canvas map with the vector data. So another function I will show you with this attribute table. Also right click on this first one and zoom to feature. So you can find having a zoom for this the first feature. How about the second to zoom to feature? So you can find as well. So I will close this attribute table. Also, you can explore these levers and displace vector data with the same attribute table function with this icon and the attribute table. Okay. So now I will use label tool for displaces vector data. So firstly, I will make zoom to layer, and then some light extent to see this data. After that, you need to click this menu to click the View tab, and then you can find these toolbars, and then check these label toolbars. Actually, this would be already activated with the label, so I will click this first icon for the label toolbar, layer labeling options. If you can click, you can find the label styling options. On here, you need to firstly click these single labels and then select this first tab. And then you can find this map window already have these labels for the pictures for the places, okay? So at this point, you need to identify this value as a name. If you click this full ID, this the label can be changed. I will keep this name as this label's the value. Okay, so you can also apply this the button to fix this one, and then close this one. Also, you can use the labels with these properties for this labels option. This one, control feature labeling. Okay. So on here, I will firstly select this text tab. After that, I will change this font with Arial. This Arial 1. After that, I will also change the size of this font with 13.0. After that, you can see this text sample on here. After that, I will select this buffer and then check through text buffer. After that, also I will select this placement with the from the point around the point. I will use 2.0 millimeters on here. So after that, apply OK. Then you can find the different the labels on here for the places the vector data. Okay. So based on these labels, I will again select this one, the label layer styling option, and then I will select this tab, and you can find the relevant character in here. If you click on the box and just press space button, then you can find these long name labels are different display on here. So go back to this one. Okay, this is another option for viewing the labels. So again, open the properties of places, the vector data, and then go to placement, and then check this offset from point. So leave the default for that, and then go to symbology tab. I will hide this marker with the size of 0, and then apply OK. So you could not see any the symbology for the places. So in this point, make a zoom to. So zoom in and zoom out. We could not see any differences. But if there are some the others the labels, this kind of the labels will be disappeared. So we should check that kind of option. So I will select this load and right click to open properties. And then you can select these labels with single labels. And then on this text, just leave as a default. And then this placement, just check this online and this above line uncheck, and leave just old default. And how about this? Click this buffer to draw text buffer check. So in this point, just apply and OK. So you can find these road labels on here. So if you can zoom in on this random, so you could not find any random things. Actually, in this point, you can find random with the places, but if you some point you could not, if they overlapped with these the labels, you could not find these random things. Okay, so this is one of the option we can find with these labels. And also again, right click for the load vector to click the property. On here, I will select more options for the rendering, with the rendering. So in the below side, how about check this logic connected lines to avoid duplicate labels. And then click apply. Some make differences on there behind the map canvas. And also I will use this suppressed labeling of pictures smaller than 5 millimeters. I will use, and also click apply. And how about again to select placement and just curved one, apply. Okay, so in this point we need to zoom in for the load, the swell random, the place area. You can find some differences for the load. This would be curved one. Also, some part of labels you can find some differences with the different options. There are many options for these labels, so you can try with the different vector data. With this example, the map. Okay. So now I will use another label option with data defined settings. So at this point I will deactivate these rows and zoom in, zoom to layer with this places with the right extent. After that, right click to select properties and then go to symbology. Last time we made this size with 0, so go back to 3.0 and apply. Also in this label, you need to select this round point with the distance 2 millimeters. So apply. Okay. So now we are back to these labels with this symbology. Okay. At this point, I will find this attribute table. In this attribute table, you can find with the places the field with the town. So based on this town, I will make differences for these labels. For that, again, select these properties for this label, and then select this text. After that, I will use some italic style, the differences for the label. So click this one and then click edit. So after that, you can find this expression string builder. So make big, and in here you can find the fields and values. So I will select the place first, and then make expression with the equal. Find all unique. I will select this town. Double click and just OK. So this the town for the place will be activated with this italic style label. So apply OK. So these two, swell random and this one, would be some differences from the previous. So we check to this attribute table. So this name of this one and swell random is the town for place field. Okay, close this one. So let's make one more thing for labels with data defined settings. So click these places and right click and to find open attribute table. So in this attribute table you can edit with this pencil icon and then use this one, new field. So click on here. I will type name for font on the bar, size, and then type would be decimal number, this one, and length border, provide type double, length would be 8, precision would be just 1. So click OK. So now we have this font size new field. So on here I will use for the town for the font size with 16, and this town would be 16, and then 14 for suburbs, this one, suburb 14, and 12 for locality, 12, and lastly 10 for hamlet. Okay, so after that click this one, save edits, and you need to one more click this one. So we are completed to the edits for this attribute table. Just close this one and open properties for the label with the text font size, this one. So on here you can find this one for the size, and then just find this field type with the click this font size. Okay, and then apply OK. After that you can find the different font size for these labels for the places. So at this point I will make demonstrations for the classification things. For that I will use this land use vector data. Right click to select these properties and then select this symbology tab. On here the combo box you can find this categorized one, and then you need to select value for the render use and then leave the symbol with the gray color, and then you can select color lamp with the different things. For example, you can use this kind of the color lamp, but in this case I will use this random color lamp and then press this classify. So you can find this render use. Based on this render use value you can find the different symbols with the colors. So apply OK, and then you can find the different color based land use type. So also you can find this one, expand this land use things, then you can identify all the different colors for the different land use type on here. After that, again to select this land use with right click and property, and then you can also make differences on this the land use value based color. So double click on here, and then you need to click this one, this hashed black X, and then you need to select the same color with this one. Then select this color, and then also simple fill with the line stroke color, also the same one. So okay, to make this one would be the different symbology with the different colors. Okay, and then you can find this last one is effect for all the other values with this color. Okay, so apply OK. Then you can find this the different the land use classification with the different the color and user defined symbology. Okay. So now I will use ratio classification to classify the records by area. So right click this land use and properties. Before proceeding the ratio classification, I will save this style with the rename style with the default to land usage. Land usage. Click OK. And then I will add a new style with ratio RATIO and click OK. So just apply and OK to close this property box. After that, select this land use and open this attribute table. And then we will add another field with this toggle editing mode with this one. Add field. On here, I will give name for this field, and then I will give this name of field with area, and select tire with this decimal number, and click OK. So you might find some warning message to add a field with the unique name. So actually, if you can see the newly created the area field, it is already associated with some values because this is a unique name for the field area. If you don't have any the numbers on here, you need to add some values with this field calculator. So click Open Field Calculator. After that, you need to check Update Existing Field. If you don't have any area values for the newly created field, and then select Area. And then on here, you need to find the geometry. On here, so you can select this area, area, double click, and then click OK, and give this kind of numbers for these areas. So click OK, and save with this newly added the values on this area field, and then press one more this button. So now we have filled in some values for this area field. Okay. Then close this attribute table. And then go to this land use layer properties. And then on here, we need to select this one, graduated. After that, select value with this area. And then we will use color lamp to display this classification with, in this case, with the create new one, new color lamp. So with gradient it would be okay. And then we need to select two colors for the color lamp. So very first one, color 1, we will select this the right green one, and also select this color 2 with choose color, and then you can select this more dark green one. Click OK, and then also click OK. After that, so click this classify button, and then this value-based classification with the area values. Okay, so apply. Okay, then you can find the newly created the classification for this land use with this classification. So zoom to layer, and then you need to zoom in some areas to find this area-based classification with the different colors. Okay. So maybe these values are different from the manual's value. Okay. So lastly, I will give demonstrations for rule-based classification for this tutorial. So right click to select property for this layer, and in this case I will select this rule-based one, and then just drag to select all these one and press this minus button. After that, add this rule, and then firstly you need to enter the name for Swellendam City for this label, and then click this one. So this would be expression string builder. So on here you need to find this field and values. Fields and values. On here, just click name. After that, just click this equal one, and then click this all unique. You can find this Swellendam. Double click, and then click OK. After that, you need to change this color for this field. So I will select more sky color for this one. So this one. Click OK. And then I will add another one, another rule for other residential. After that, I will add this the rule. You need to find this field values with land use equal to unique to residential. After that, and the name with this one. After that, all unique. Click random. So press OK. After that, you need to change the color for these other residential areas. So I will use this gray color for this other residential one. Click OK. So, and then another one, I will use big non-residential areas. Again, this expression string builder with the fields and values, and then land use this one, all unique residential, and area. So you need to find area with this one greater than or equal. Please enter with 604 5000. Okay, so click OK. After that, I will also change it with this color with green one, this one. Okay, so click OK. And lastly, I will add another one with small non-residential areas. At this case, we can select this else button, catch all for other features. Okay, and then fill color with the very light sky color. So maybe this one. So click OK. And then how about apply? Press this apply button and press OK. So now we can find this different symbology for our defined rule-based classification. At this point, how about double click on this color for swell random city, and then you can click this simple fill with stroke style no pen. So click OK. Another one, this one, the same with solid 92 no pen, and this one again, simple fill, click with stroke style no pen, and last one, same with stroke style with no pen. So it's better to see this rule-based classification with the different colors. Okay. So lastly, I will turn on this rows as well on this map canvas and then adjust this map. So this would be the required job for this module. Okay. So in this video, I've made demonstrations for the use of QGIS desktop using QGIS training manual with the third module, classifying vector data. And I will continue the work required to run about QGIS desktop for QGIS training manual with the next modules in the coming video. Thank you for watching.